Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today I have a message for anyone who's going through maybe challenging times, maybe certain repeated obstacles, maybe an inner conflict or sudden changes that are happening in your life, or maybe you're going through a spiritual awakening. I've named this video, It Didn't Work Out Because Your Time Has Come. So how many of you are feeling like deep inside there is a presence of what you're desiring, a change that you know it was needed, but in your life you don't see it's unfolding, you don't see it's like any sign it's coming to fruition, you just feel it. It's often a deep, intuitive sense that we know our dreams will come true, or manifestation will come, or your path will unfold, but you still have a deep sense of fear, you still have doubts and worries because you're not sure if you're moving along the way, walking into the right direction. This video will help you to understand all these processes, and will also help you to let go of worry, to let go of doubt, and to embody a sense of knowing that just helps you to embrace yourself. Okay, are you ready? So a simple saying by Albert Einstein says, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And often we know, right? We know these things, but still worry is such a strong force. Remember what in the Gospel of Matthew 6:24 Jesus said. He said, no one can serve two masters. No one can serve two masters. What does it mean? It means you can devote yourself to an infinite play of growth, of transformation, of love, an infinite devotion. In ancient texts, they would say devotion to God, or devotion to love, devotion to source. Or you can allow fear to take you astray, or some would say evil to take you astray. Doesn't matter what's your belief system around these ancient philosophies. What you need to understand is no one can serve two masters. It's either you trust the process and do what you can do with what you have, or you allow these fearful thoughts to kinda put you into a cage of worry where you start to feel powerless. Today I wrote a very profound message that I want to read to you before we go into the message. It goes like this: the fear that's holding you back right now may be a doorway to your greatest breakthrough if you embrace it, acknowledge its source, and move through it. Don't take voice in your head as facts. They're just stories from people who never questioned their beliefs that you've adopted unconsciously. The fact is only what you choose to do with what you have right now, and that you're always supported on the path of growth and perseverance. Your dreams are unfolding as you're uncovering them, and all your needs will be met. Your vision is manifesting. Money is coming. The right people are coming. It's happening for you right at this moment. So keep it up. And I know how it feels when there are intense challenges in our lives. But just for a moment, reflect on them, because, when life is testing you, my friend. The universe is testing you. Jesus said in the Gospel of John 16:33, he said, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world, he said. So what does it mean? When he said, I have overcome the world, the word I is real name, right? I, when you say I without any other definition, I is God, I is source, right? I am that I am. I have overcome the world. When you are able to tap into the purity of your inner quietness, into the I am without definition, you will find peace there, you will find strength there, you will find courage there. And to those of you who are devoted to growth, who are devoted to expansion until you remember who you are, will soon recognize that the trouble of the world is not there to destroy the world. The trouble of the world is actually to reveal to you what this world is all about. And as you start to slowly erase these doubtful thoughts from your mental system, you will soon recognize that their purpose only is for you to strengthen your will and build a muscle of focus that allows you to see what you choose to see. You see what you choose to see in your world. When your plans are falling apart, it's not that your plans are falling apart, you just got enthusiastically attached to what you thought it will happen, right? You had a plan, like you wanted to change your job, or you wanted to start a new business, or you wanted to start certain project, and then some great things already happened and you got excited and enthusiastic about it, and you've started thinking like it's already happened, like it's already successful. Maybe you went on a meeting for a new potential job, or you almost signed a contract for a certain deal. You didn't sign it yet, but you almost did it. So you got excited and enthusiastic. Oh, look, it's happening, and you've started thinking like it's already real. Until it didn't happen. And then you thought, oh, it's falling apart. Oh, it's not meant to be, or whatever. It's just a test. Life is testing you. Don't be too attached to the things that are not present in this moment. Don't be too attached to anything, because you are in this world, but you're not of this world. So don't attach yourself to the things that may happen or that are happening, which is a very hard thing to attain, because suddenly you need to recognize, okay, if I'm not attached to what's happening around me, suddenly you lose a sense of identity, because you've been identifying yourself for your whole life with what you have and who you think that you are. And now, as you come across a certain phase of your evolution, you're slowly beginning to recognize, I am actually the heart that has overcome the world. I am the heart that has overcome the world, and therefore this world is a journey where I choose to express what lays in my heart. And it's so hard to understand these words when you have, for example, financial challenges, right? Financial struggles or relationship struggles. But we need to notice what is the most triggering to us. So I've noticed two different patterns in people responding to this kind of messages. Sometimes I make more practical videos, and sometimes I make more philosophical, maybe spiritual videos. I've noticed two different patterns. For people who are escaping from challenges in a certain positive mindset way, like attaching to, positive thinking without resolving negative challenges, they often only hear what they want to hear without changing anything in their lives. So it's like you may hear this kind of a message and you may say, oh, everything is as it's meant to be, and then you don't change anything in your life. Nothing wrong with that. We all have been through something like that. I remember when I was looking on life like that, and it's completely fine. Like at some point you recognize what you need to change and what is maybe not serving you. And the other pattern is when you're in a very heavy situation, like maybe being homeless, or maybe you've just lost your job and you're without a financial income and you don't know how will you, move through it. You only hear what's the most triggering. Like in these situations, people often say, yeah, well, I'm exactly where I need to be. How can it help me? But this word was triggering to you because you don't really want to acknowledge that it's true. Like, you're exactly where you need to be for you to find the greatest possible growth in this situation. Like, when I've quitted my job and me and Maya went to travel and we've spent all of our money and we had no idea how we'll get back home, that's where the most miraculous things started happening to us. But not just because we were sitting there in the car, sleeping in the car, not knowing what to do. You know, along that journey, I've started drawing. I started feeling like I know something. I want to provide something to my fellow family of human beings. I want to give something. So as I was exploring myself, I've noticed I want to be of service in the most passionate and meaningful way. And therefore I've started, drawing, and I felt I want to start painting because drawings are not so vivid as I see them in my mind's eye. And therefore I feel like I've opened up something within me that said, this is what you have to do. And as I've embraced this knowing, many miraculous things started happening. So we came back home and I've started painting. So I gave birth to a purpose. And I'm saying that because I needed to be challenged. Like, if me and Maya would not be there sleeping in the car, not knowing what to do, I think I would never think about what I truly want to do. Like, if I would have infinite amount of money back at that time, I would be most probably traveling and doing all kinds of different things, and I would never question what I truly want to do, and I would stay unhappy and miserable. But because that challenge, I always say to a challenge activates you. That's why I said it didn't work out, because your time has come. Look, when things are not working out, you're being activated to do something greater. And sometimes just, your vision is fine, your goals are great, your plan is awesome, but just the time is not right yet. So don't lose faith. If something has fallen apart, because it created a soil for the seeds you're planting, right? As the famous saying in the Gospel of Luke by, again, the Jesus said, "So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock the door and the door will open to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be opened." Many times we misunderstand it because things don't happen immediately, while not perceiving our internal battle that needs to be resolved. Like, when something is triggering, your brain is actually building new pathways. And it's only triggering because these pathways are lacking some blood flow. And they are lacking the blood flow because blood never came into the depth of these pathways, because every time you've been triggered, you've pulled yourself away from that situation. So the connection didn't happen and you couldn't become more mindful in that whatever situation. For example, your partner says something to you that is triggering to you. And every time it happens, you start fighting back, or you move yourself away, or whatever is your mechanism. While if you can train yourself to stay calm in a triggering situation and just stay present in it, and maybe ask your partner, "Oh, interesting, why do you think that way? Like, what is your outlook? What happened that you may think this way?" You will notice as you stay present in any triggering situation, whatever is the thing, try to stay present there and try to stay calm and try to be open-minded and open-hearted about it. You will still feel stress, you will still be upset, but just try to navigate yourself through this without overreacting, without moving away, without, escaping. You will notice that thing will be resolved. And this pathway in your brain will be established. which will help you to overcome the trigger and become more mindful around it, which will lead into more positive emotional experience around the thing that used to be triggering to you. We are all learning these things. Why it is important? Well, when the next time your plan will not work out, the connection is there. Brain is prepared for that. So you will just say, okay, I'm completely fine by that. Who am I to know what's best for me, right? Who am I to know what's best for me? I will keep striving towards growth. I will keep doing my best. I will keep going on meetings. I will keep working on my dream. I will keep be sharing my work and creating content and art and whatever is your thing. I will keep be working very, very hard on this. But who am I to know what's best for me, right? That's why intense challenges, repeated obstacles, inner conflict, sudden changes, or any kind of awakening that's happening is just a process that is activating you to understand that your job is to keep working on what's very meaningful and powerful and important to you. But don't be too attached on how it should turn out to be, right? Because every time you attach yourself on how do you think it should turn out to be, you're already doing it out of fear, because you want to control things, because you don't want your greatest fear to manifest. But often, if you still have any kind of a fear towards, what you're working on or what you don't want to happen, this fear will here and there actually manifest, because that's how you heal it, right? So no one can serve two masters. Even when your fears are manifesting, keep striving towards what matters to you. Because on this path, you actually are guided, you actually are protected, even though you may not notice this connection often. It's like, there is no interference often between you and the highest possible good. Because the highest possible good understands that you will make it through. So its interference with you is actually to leaving you in the test of time and space, so you find yourself going through it. Often it may feel like you're completely alone until things unfold and you recognize there was some higher power in it, because I have no idea how this kind of synchronistic event actually happened so perfectly. And I can say that because so many synchronistic events were leading me to where I am right now. And with that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone also for a very beautiful words for my latest painting that I've shared with you in the yesterday's video, that was also created because of so many synchronistic events. And everything I'm doing now is because of these events, and so many times it felt like I'm being left alone with this. If there's truly a higher power, if there's truly God or universe or intelligence that kinda is part of all of us, show me a way, and nothing happened. I said, give me a sign, and I couldn't see it. But then I've noticed challenge was a sign for me to learn to persevere, to learn to keep up. Breakdowns were challenges and signs for me often that I just haven't figured out everything. And again, who am I to know everything, right? So my message to you is keep studying the options. Like if you find yourself, being homeless, go into a library and read a book that will be interesting to you. All we need sometimes is a sense of interest, being curious, having a sense to study, something that may awaken within us a sense of new perspective. So then we notice I've been stuck because I had no knowing of what to do with that. I was lacking understanding. How can I make something great out of it? Most of the time it's because of your childhood trauma. You still believe you're nobody and that you don't matter. Until you help someone and you recognize because of you that person was able to, overcome something. And we all can help someone. So why would you wait to be of service if maybe your present pain is a deep calling to transform it into a process? So when something is holding you back, maybe if you would use that same force that is holding you back for an act of service, maybe it may be channeled into a process of healing. Like, for example, if shame is holding you back, what if you do what you're the most ashamed of, maybe expressing your voice, and your voice may therefore help someone? Isn't it shame channeled into truth, or at least helping the voice of truth being expressed, and therefore shame will eventually turn into power that is very helpful? So it doesn't matter what it is. I don't know what's your situation. I just want to remind you that no one here is being presented with challenges we can't overcome. And on a soul level, you actually have desired this kind of challenges, because only this way you will find out who you truly are and how powerful and strong and incredible you are. And I know you've heard this and it may sound like, yeah, whatever. But at some point you will recognize, whoa, these words are so much deeper than just something, woo-woo or what people say around this. So I will leave you here, my friend. Know your time has come to persevere, to find a way, to know you can't serve two masters. So choose what you're serving. Are you serving truth, or are you serving false matrix, ideology or whatever? Fear, struggle, separation. Every time you choose to do nothing in struggle, you're serving struggle, to take away your power. When you choose to serve love and do the healing and do what's right and work on your dreams, you're serving God, you're serving life, right? That's why good and God are actually one and the same word, because when you strive towards your highest possible good, you embody God, right? So, my friend, ask and it will be given. Have a vision. Doesn't matter when it will be given. No, every moment in time can be used for you to become the greatest possible version you can be. See what is being given to you right now. Maybe there's a book. Maybe this video can give you some insights. Maybe you have already tools you could use to improve your present situation, to make more money, to improve your health, to improve your relationships, maybe even with your family, or to connect with others. Maybe you found some tools to meditate, to calm down your, thinking brain, to get into a more coherent state so you can reconnect with your heart, right? In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. This is the voice you find inside of you. And one of my favorite sayings are, Again, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you don't bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. And very simplistically, if we explain this, means we all sense there's something we want to do. It's a voice of our native talents. Like we all have come here with a certain gift to provide something, to serve, to share, to give, to help. Whatever it is, it doesn't need to be big or small. Big is not good and small is not bad. It's just what it is and what you do with it. If you bring forth what's within you, the truth, the knowing, talents, skills, what you bring forth will save you. You will find a way to make money with it. You will find a way to help others with it. You will find a way to be happier, to be more prosperous and joyful. While if you don't bring forth what is within you, what you don't bring forth will destroy you. You will always feel there's something lacking, and you will turn into external world and you will search for what is lacking, and you will always find more of what is lacking. Well, you should actually ask yourself, what I'm not doing that I feel so desperate, or what I'm not doing that I feel so sad and maybe unworthy or disconnected. And what is maybe the thing that really inspires me and I never take action with it? Like maybe you hear this kind of videos and they inspire you. And for a moment you think, oh, I want to do this, I wanted to do this, I wanted to learn to play the piano, I wanted to start this sport. And then you never start. And therefore what you don't bring forth starts eating you alive right from within. So these are very powerful words and so practical if we look at them this way. So my friend, think about what is arising within you, because your time has come to embrace it. Your plan didn't work out not because life is not supporting you, because it became a soil. There, all these seeds, all that you're seeking, all that you're asking, just nurture it with your actions. Keep up with it. And every time when something doesn't work out, see it as it turned into more soil. Something else fails, it turns into more soil. And something else fails, and a relationship falls apart. Oh, it all turned into a new soil. And that's what nurtures actually your goals and dreams. So at some point you will look back at these failures or everything that fallen apart, has fallen apart, and you will say, oh, thank you so much. I just had no idea this needed to happen. So thank you so much. Be in gratitude, my friend. I will leave you here. I hope you found a great value in today's message. I'm sending you lots of love, power, and strength. Find it within you. And till next time, I want to remind you that we're still running a very super sale. First time ever, 30 off on all of my art prints in our store, AttractPassion.com. It's until tomorrow, Sunday. So check it out, and till next time, one love. Hey my friend, I hope you found great value in today's message. And I want to invite you into our freshly created and opened store, AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my art. So if you found my art inspiring, you can get a copy of it. You can also get some of my original paintings. So go and check it out. You can use the code PASSION15 and you will get 15 off on your first order. I'm also offering one-on-one coaching So if you feel like you would like to deepen your journey a little bit and you're kinda aligned with my work, you can go and check out the link in the description of this video and book a session. So check it out, and thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where you have access to community chat and some exclusive content, some guided workshops, and so much more. So check it out, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you found this video very valuable, share it with a friend. Thank you so much. Let's spread some inspiration, some good energy, and see you in the next one. Much love.